Now, of course, for scalloped potatoes, you're going to need potatoes. So the first thing I'm doing is slicing 5-ish to 6 medium-sized potatoes. You can always do a little bit more later. And I'm using my food processor. Of course, you could do this by hand, and I also like to leave the skin on because, well, we're eating potatoes, so I'd like to try to get some nutrients out of them. Once you've got all of your potatoes peeled, I sit them in a bowl of water just to keep them from browning. This part's kind of optional. Now I am grating about 1/3 of an onion. Of course, you could just chop it up with a knife. However, my food processor is already dirty, so I'm just doing it like this. Makes it a little juicier too. To a saucepan, I'm melting about 1/4 cup of butter, along with that onion I just grated, and roughly a tablespoon of minced garlic. You're going to get all of this nice and melted down, mixed together, and you're going to let it simmer. Well, it should be a saute, but a simmer saute until the onions are somewhat translucent. Once this has been completed, you're going to add about 1/4 cup of flour to your butter, onion, and salt mixture. Give this a good mix, and you're going to cook it for about a minute or two, just so that you're cooking that raw flavor out of the flour. As you can see here, my onion had some secret sprouts, so I did remove those. My seasonings for this dish are salt. Salt makes this dish. 1, because you're making a cheese sauce. 2, because you're dealing with potatoes. I mean, French fries without salt, just not that good. Anyhow, I've got salt. You might want to add more later. A non-salt seasoning, some pepper, chili powder, and sriracha. This is what I like. It's optional. You could just do salt and pepper if you'd like. You don't even have to do pepper really, but salt, you'll want salt. To that flour mixture, I am adding I'm starting with a cup of milk, and I'm going to move that up to about 2 cups. And you want to really stir it well and get it nice and, get the flour mixture broken down and get this nice creamy sauce, basically, is what you're going for here. So continue to stir it until you get it to the consistency that you want, and I like to give it a little taste even before I add cheese and add a little bit more salt if it needs it. Now, I'm not using a salted cheese, so I'm pretty safe to do it beforehand, but if you were using Parmesan or something like that, you might want to check the spices and the seasonings after you've added the cheese. Now, I wanted to show you that it doesn't really matter what kind of cheese you use. You could do a Parmesan sauce, you could do a smoked cheddar, you could do whatever you'd like. Here, I'm just using the random cheeses I have. I have a little bit of shredded left over. I have a slice of Colby Jack, a slice of Monterey Jack. I also have a slice of cheddar in here. You're just going to mix it up and get it all melted together so that it is to the cheesy flavor of your desire, really. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's whatever you'd like. So give it a good mix, get it melted down, give it another taste. You may want to add some more salt. In my case, I wanted to add some more sriracha just because I like a little bit of heat to it. You could add red chili flakes. It's up to you. I have to keep it relatively kid-friendly. So mix all of that together and then add it to your potatoes. I start with a few potatoes at a time and slowly incorporate them. That way I'm not left with not enough sauce. It's kind of like when you add sauce to your spaghetti. You want to make sure that you have enough sauce. Add all of this mixed together potato saucy goodness to a prepared baking dish and get it ready for the oven. You want to put them in the oven at 350 degrees, and you're going to bake them for about an hour. It takes quite a while, so definitely plan on at least an hour. Now once they're done, or they look like they're done, I like to take out what could be considered a core sample and test it to make sure that the potatoes are cooked through, because it's nothing like a raw potato in a scalloped potato dish. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you plan to give it a try, please like this video and then let me know what you think of it once you have given it a try. It is rich, but it is delicious, and it complements some dishes so incredibly well. I hope you guys enjoy. Goodbye.